Let me ask you this. If you was in the Lakers position, what more could you really ask for? You had a guy like D'Angelo Russell going bananas, knocking down 6 threes in the first half to end the game with 23 points. Anthony Davis, who was majorly aggressive, just looking to go get a plate at the barbecue at any time he could, putting up 32 points. And then you had LeBron, who just never falls short of entertaining us with his high level of play. I'm talking about solid defensive possessions where he rises up to block this Murray dunk attempt, all the way to him contesting a shot at one end to then hustle all the way down the floor to go grab this ridiculous and one. Truly amazing, and none of us can sit here and lie and say that the Lakers didn't come ready to play. D'Lo was looking mighty confident with his pulls from deep without hesitation. AD was showing us all his tools in the bag from his inside scoring to then stretch out further to knock down those shots. And altogether, it seemed like the Lakers were going to steal a win on the Nuggets home floor, so how exactly did they blow a 20-point lead and go down 2-0 in the series? When putting Jokic in that pick and roll like I discussed in a previous video, this makes Jamal Murray have to sag in because Jokic leaves such a wide gap for AD to roll into the space. So now with this kick out to Reeves, the Lakers are already having the momentum in their favor and it's nothing but straight cash. To answer right back, the Nuggets run a high pick and roll which attracts the attention of 2 LA defenders. So now with Jokic free to roll to the basket and MPJ coming out to the 3-point line, this forces AD to choose between the two, but instead he stays in the middle of the paint along with Rui on Jokic, and with this much space and opportunity, MPJ lets it fly. For the Lakers, using LeBron as a primary facilitator is highly effective because not only do you get the skill of his vision on the court activated, but you also get his gravity as well. So when he's coming off these pick and rolls, these were the looks the Lakers were getting all night, but this one ends up in a miss going the other way. When going back to that pick and roll with LeBron and Davis, the Nuggets guarded perfectly by collapsing on AD, giving him the contact so he can lose the ball. And when you see the Nuggets get in transition, this is where a lot of momentum can swing as they lob this up to MPJ for the alley-oop connection. Although Jokic isn't the best inside defender, just like on that last play, when LeBron drops right at Jokic here, it bothers him just enough to make him miss this gimme at the rim. And although the Lakers weren't connecting on anything, the Nuggets couldn't sink a bucket as well. So once KCP leaked out and put Prince on a poster, this is when everybody got that feeling that Denver was actually on their way back in this game. With the Nuggets down by 11 with a little over 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, when they run this DHO into a pick and pop with Murray and Jokic, Rui does help on Murray, but the thing is, he releases back to Jokic, giving Murray a wide open lane to the rim, and now it's just a crafty finish over AD. With things now going the Nuggets' way, the Lakers can't just opt into tough shots like this from deep. And then when Dinwiddie takes it at Watson, this is the exact defensive intensity you want to see, just making it extremely tough to make these buckets in close. These plays alone can just all out demoralize the defense, and if you look at how lackadaisical the Lakers get back on defense here, you can see exactly why the lead is now cut down to 5 points after this Watson layup. A couple possessions later, the Nuggets go right back to this DHO screen action with Murray and Jokic, and this time, instead of the big releasing off giving Murray that lane, AD stays right in the middle, so to counter that, Murray steps back which creates all this space away from Vincent, and the fade over the top is butter. This right here is when things start to really look scary for the Lakers as the Nuggets start putting the fire to them, making AD take tough shots like this, and literally going back to that same action because the Lakers can't guard it. When Murray comes off this screen this time, AD does stay more towards Jokic instead of being in the middle of the floor. So now with LeBron on MPJ, he can't really help over. Gordon is in that dunker spot, so Vincent doesn't want to give up an easy lob. So with Murray having Reeves on his hip, he can go to his left hand and convert the layup inside. With the crowd rocking and ready to explode, with the Nuggets needing one stop to have the chance of tying the game, KCP makes a fatal mistake of going under the screen, and LeBron says, "Hey, I'm gonna make you pay for that." And not only does he make the Nuggets pay up once, but with James taking matters into his own hands, he pulls a 27-footer over Gordon to now stretch the game out to an 8-point spread. It truly felt like a game of push and pull out there with these two, but honestly, the Nuggets just wanted it more by being aggressive on the defensive end, swarming guys to make them suffer in the paint. And with them letting the Nuggets fight back to get into the game, LeBron had the most beautiful chance to put them away, but instead he misses the opportunity. So Murray says, "Hey, hold my beer." He takes his dance with AD and finishes the game off with a fading midi to go up 2 in the series. Now a lot of people might hate me for saying this or not agree all the way, but hopefully by now most of you can see that you can't make continuous mistakes against the Nuggets if you want to win. The Lakers really played solid for most of the game and even looked as if they were going to coast to a victory, but with the Nuggets having such a solid team, there's practically no room for error. If you don't get back quick enough on these pick and rolls, then you allow Jokic to receive the ball uncovered, so now LeBron has to slide over leaving Gordon on that backside, and the Nuggets signature play is underway. It's countless mistakes you can see in the Lakers defense, such as off this pick and roll. AD doesn't hedge hard or make an effort to really keep Reggie Jackson in front of him, so Jackson could attack the basket if he wanted, but instead he swings it back out to Jokic and AD still doesn't guard nothing but the air and gives up a wide open 3. Davis can't just play that middle ground and not commit to anything on the floor, because now Murray can get deep into the paint with no resistance, which makes LeBron slide over to help, and since he left open a lethal shooter from deep, this defensive lapse is just fatal. Like, yeah, I know, guarding Jokic is one of the hardest things to do, so you double him. But why send Dinwiddie to go double, which now forces LeBron to commit to Murray, making him leave MPJ wide open? So when Jokic fakes like he's gonna go to Porter, this makes Reeves lunge out, and now KCP is left uncovered for the money ball. Now let's rewind that back all the way and let me show you what would have been a better rotation. When Jokic is getting the ball, Davis should have been the one to go double so that LeBron would have never had to leave MPJ. This would leave Reeves to cover Gordon and KCP, but I would rather have Reeves be able to take away the lob and then close out, rather than Jokic just making your defense look elementary. It's truly the little things that can be detrimental, as if you don't get back quick enough and allow Jokic to post up on Reeves, well, this is going to make the help side defender come over for sure, so now what would have been a bucket for 2 points inside turns into a wide open 3 in the corner for Reggie Jackson. A key reason as to why you don't want so many mental lapses in a playoff series is because when teams watch film, they'll be able to see that this swing out to the corner can be constantly used as a backup weapon in these situations and pick you apart. The Nuggets have done a great job at making the Lakers pay for any missed reads or just simply being late to rotate, and not to pick on them, but they've really been exploiting the defense of Anthony Davis during these first 2 games, because when you see that he's not going to guard anything off this pick and pop, not pick and roll, it honestly makes you question, like, what are you really doing, AD? Now, has Davis had some good defensive times during these 2 games? Of course he has, so don't think I'm saying he's a bad defender or the reason the Lakers are losing this series. Because when you see how long it takes either Laker defender to react to KCP receiving the wide open pass to drill it from deep, it can honestly make you laugh. The thing about these playoff series and just each game alone is that when you allow guys to see shots fall through the basket and get in the flow, well, now they can get in their groove and make it a long night for you. With the Nuggets having many guys who are locked and loaded ready to fire, if you sag off too long, well, you're giving up 3 free points. If you give up too much size, then it's easy pickings to either shoot right over the top of you or bully you to get to the paint. And last, but certainly not least, if you allow that switch to happen, then it's straight grill season. And even if you are matched up correctly, well, the Serbian savant can tell you to hit the weight room to go grab a bucket. This series has truly been a fun one to watch, and Game 2 was nothing short of spectacular. Can you count the Lakers out all the way? I wouldn't really say so, just for the fact that they do have AD and LeBron who can will this team to do great things. But when you're going up against a team like the Denver Nuggets, who are polished and in a flow state, it'll be more than difficult to overcome them. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos going forward. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.